Welcome back everyone, Zeke here for episode 2 in this Let's Play series of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. If you haven't seen the previous episode, please go check it out on my channel. I have listed it in a playlist for you. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. So as a quick recap then, in our first episode we found out that our mother had drowned, our father had got injured. We got told to go gather the water of life from the village doctor, and we traversed through the village, being stopped at every turn by a local sort of reprobate, a small child who decided to make this journey a little bit more difficult. Now we've moved on to sort of the outskirts of the village there. It's nice, surreal, sort of an awful lot of rural countryside here. We've still got the wells, which our little brother is deciding to spit down every single time. I don't know why. And we're just basically going to be continuing our path and our journey to get the water of life. Okie dokie, and as you can tell, even at this particular stage it is very nice there. Completely ignoring the bridge and going down this little side path where we see this artist then. Okay, I've worked out the eldest brother cannot play the harp at all. That was absolutely terrible, and I think I've just made that poor guy's ears bleed. But little brother is a lot more talented. He can go ahead and hold a tune on the harp, maybe the differing skills that they have there as well. So instead of going over the bridge, we're going to go through this little stream. Obviously it doesn't really make any difference of which way you want to go, and obviously there's going to be a drunk man on the way. Big brother showing him the water of life, and he's like, I don't care, I just want to get drunk and stay here and do nothing. And of course, if the little brother interacts with him, the drunk man obviously feels like it's a good need to give him his wine, and obviously me being a big brother, I probably should have stopped him doing that, but clearly when they're at this young age they want to experiment and try new things, and I'm not going to stop him there. Instead, we're going to continue down the small path and go into this sort of foresty woodland area, obviously not too dense, but definitely away from the beaten track, and come over to Farmer Joe's. I don't know if that's his name, everyone. That's just what I'm calling him. And of course, Farmer Joe has a really nasty dog. And what you want to be able to do, or what you want to do in this particular area then, is utilizing the two brothers, is call the dog over to one of them while the other one moves ahead there. As you can see in this particular stage, calling the dog over to the little brother as the eldest brother moves forward one. You've got to be careful, because if the dog does get hold of the brothers, you will have to restart the checkpoint, and I was very lucky then just to narrowly avoid it. I'm sorry about that little skip there, I just pressed the wrong button there. So as you can see, it is one of those that you can't chance. You've got to keep hitting that action button for the brothers to get the dog's attention. As I said, you definitely don't want the dog to come after your brothers, and I've been very lucky in this video, almost getting the dog to eat the little brother and then just the big brother there. Of course, while the dog's attention is on one of the brothers, you haven't got to always just do the one jump. You could theoretically take a brother all the way to the end and then get the dog's attention then and jump the other one over. And you see, unless you keep shouting at the dog, it will get sort of bored of you and go after the brother you're trying to move. So you've got to make sure that you do that puzzle-esque kind of thing there. Of course, being careful of the water, because the little brother cannot swim or has a phobia of water, obviously, for their mother drowning at the start. Sort of start of the last episode, sort of more like a flashback beforehand. So after that, we're just going to make our way over there, and again we're going to have to boost the little brother up there, like so. Obviously, take control of the little brother and drop the rope down so he can get up there, and begin the very careful rock climb session there. I don't know why I decided to make one go up beforehand. I'm just trying to make things a little bit more difficult there. At this stage I thought I could boost them up, but clearly it's just a walk around path, and I clearly wasn't paying that much attention to this particular stage. And what you're going to have there, you're going to have a sort of mouse wheel that when you run in drops the drawbridge down. You're going to have a bird in a cage as well there, as well as a man on top of his house. So I was trying to work out, or I am trying to work out how we do this. Obviously you can get one of the brothers across. Okay, and I swear the little brother just petted the goat then. Probably not the best. And now I've just sort of locked him the other side, so that's not the best. You definitely don't want to be copying me at this particular stage. What you really should be doing is getting probably the little brother in there while the eldest brother goes across. But we're going to have a little bit of a look at this bird. Looks a bit like a really weird bird. And well done, little brother. Clearly the little brother is just deciding to annoy everyone in this town, in this village, by setting animals free and everything. And I was going to go explore the path behind, but I decided against it. What you really want to be doing in this particular section then is getting the little brother on the sort of wheel, sending the big brother over to grab hold of the sheep, bringing the sheep back over and sticking it in the wheel so it will run, and then it will allow both the brothers to get across the other side. Sounds a little bit convoluted, but it will do. And it doesn't matter which way you put the sheep in, so please don't worry about that at all. It will just take a couple of seconds to run, as we said then. Both of them will come across the other side, just like so. A little bit of problem solving always makes the world a better place. So we're going to continue on down the path then, and I accidentally got them to hit into each other, so that's always a bad thing, and getting my thumbsticks a little bit confused there. It's always helpful if you try and remember which brother's on which thumbstick as well, so you don't get them to do sort of circular patterns like I did then. And of course we're just going to traverse round this boulder then, hugging the cover with a nice little backdrop of Farmer Joe's then, which we managed to pass over. The dog just deciding to have a nice little run around. I'm surprised it hasn't peed on the bales of hay. And of course the creators of this game clearly thought, what else do we need? Let's have a giant. A crying giant, of course. Maybe they took inspiration from the BSG, you never know. So of course, instead of running away from a giant that you don't know is friendly or not, you're going to slowly walk up to it. Of course, it is nice to see that Big Brother is protective of the little brother, though I don't think that one arm outstretched is going to do much. Clearly when a giant waves, it's also friendly as well, so you can just wave back and make a friend for life. And carefully approach it. It's like, excuse me, giant, you may not know how to read our maps, but could you tell us how to get to the Water of Life? And the giant's like, well, I think it's over there actually, buddy, but come follow me, I'll give you a hand. So, it clearly seems like we have made a friend for life, and obviously giants don't need any weather protection or anything. There's 2 beds, so maybe he's lost his lover, his partner, his concubine. I don't know what the terminology for giant lovers are. So what you want to do then is just follow the giant around this path, and this is definitely one of the weirdest things I've let a giant do, is just basically chuck us. Of course, this could go terribly wrong. He could have misthrown us over the ledge, he could have thrown us into the ledge, and all the rest of that, but we forgive him. And what I'm going to do there is just take a seat just for a second, just to have a little bit of a look at this sort of cloud-topped mountain then, as we've done in the previous episodes as well. Every time I get to the seat, I will have a little bit of a look, just to see what's coming up, and potentially just the other surroundings. And we're going to go to the giant again there, who's just going to lift us up to this ledge to obviously aid us in our journey. So he's a very nice, friendly and helpful giant for us. So definitely not one of those that is probably going to kill us in our sleep. And we're going to make our way round. Obviously once you get to this little lip, you can pull yourselves up. Be very careful because it will break after us, as we just saw. And then continue down the path. at a certain stage the giant will come over by the tree, as you can see there with his shadow just behind us. He looks way more ginormous when he does that. And he does lumber about a little bit and walks a bit slowly, so please be patient during this stage. And what's he gonna do now? Oh, he's not gonna chuck us. Instead, the giant's gonna form a bridge. Clever giant. And of course this giant doesn't mind two strange human children walking all over him either. So while the giant's catching up, we're going to climb on up and climb the roots as well. Continue through this chapter 1 of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons there. Oh, I completely missed that. Definitely not my finest moment. Managed to knock myself down and little brother. Clearly that might have led to a concussion or something like that. But instead, as this is a computer game, everything is fine. Once we climb up then, the giant will again make a bridge instead of us walking over him this time. We're just going to clamber all over his back, and of course, being careful of the mushrooms on his back. Make sure you don't grab one, because there isn't much room. Yes, I did just make a mushroom joke. That was kind of really sad. Hopefully you didn't notice. But I did just point it out, so that was counterintuitive of me anyway, but never mind. So again, we're just going to be waiting on the giant there. A lot of this is just going to be waiting on the giant, unfortunately. And we can see where we need to go then, the vines across the way. And again, with the classical giant leap there. It's just going to chuck us across, and we're going to be on the vines in no time. Said this is going to be finishing a walkthrough of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, where we will end it at the end of chapter 1, which will be coming up, I'm guessing, shortly then. Can't see there being much more on this particular chapter then. Probably just after this giant section then. And we're going to climb up the ledge to sort of near enough finish it off then. Climb little brother up there with us, and we can see an emerging path of rivers. Obviously we can't jump that or do anything, and I don't think the giant can chuck us into that path, so it looks like we're going to go down. Obviously that fall might kill us, so again we're going to elicit the help of our giant friend Igor, I'm guessing. I'm going to call him Igor for this video. Igor's going to grab us, no hesitation in him, and just jump down into a underground ravine below. And it's amazing, no matter how many times we get wet, we always come out the water completely dry, and it's always looking so spectacular there. Nice deep blues, luscious greens. Of course, when we're swimming over this stage, please don't hesitate to get the little brother to grab hold of the big brother, otherwise he will drown. And we're going to go through the cave and end chapter 1. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to leave a like, comment, share and subscribe, and as always, have a lovely day.